Root is a new type of car insurance that looks deeper than other insurers by using
What
telematics.
is that?
A new technology.
I was like, this is a fantastic intro. This is we've
Brought
never,
to you by Root Car Insurance.
What was?
Yeah.
What did you?
Our
Was that
sponsor.
supposed to be a sound effect, and you like screwed that up? All right.
It's the ad in my sound effects software.
Okay. Well,
Cut that part.
welcome to Carol Worldwide.
We're not going to let that ad play. People got to pay.
We'll see now if we cut it. You just talked about it.
But that's part of the mystery. We do have a sponsor, though.
We do.
Right.
Who's the sponsor?
The Carroll County Chamber of Commerce.
Again? How do we keep hoodwinking them into this?
Because they're awesome and they love us.
They're a private organization. They're
charity.
Not part. They're a charity. They're not part of the government.
Right.
And every business should be part of them. And I am too now.
We've got networking events. They host major... You've been part of it. You just are delinquent with funds.
Yes, correct.
Right.
You got shamed into it.
I got shamed into making the funds right. I was not shamed into being delinquent because that I was fine with.
And you weren't ashamed of becoming a member because who wouldn't be?
Oh no, not at all. Of course, who wouldn't be?
Have you
Murderers?
There could be some, but we don't know.
I don't think there's any bylaw that says you have to not be a murderer. Just to be
Well, you're a
fair.
lawyer, so
Have you personally gotten business from being part of the chamber?
yes, I have.
Yes,
I have too.
I would say that. Yes.
So, what else? We all own our own businesses. You know what? This podcast is too slanted towards entrepreneurs. I think we need some government slugs in here.
Would they be fun though? Entrepreneurs are more fun.
They are.
We are fun. Well, I mean, that's just my own thing.
Yep.
Who else can I insult? Because I just called some people government
Let's
slugs.
just jump in. I'm sure we'll find plenty of.
All right,
we,
so
we should
start-
have an insult meter that runs.
Oh.
That would be fun.
Maybe some third party could take care of that for us.
Okay, yeah, we'll work on that.
So, Domino's Pizza. Someone got a pizza for their birthday. They put 3 cheeses on it. She was very happy. That post got 186 likes and 44 comments, which I'd just like to point out, that would have been a big day for me in the fantasy world.
That's right, because you have the. what do you
Cheers. Small business raves.
have? Yeah, but who's got the food? You never emailed.
There's no food. No, there
No,
was
there's
small
no
business
food.
rants and small business raves. I thought you had the raves.
I might have. I don't know. You were going to email the. What did I have to go back and listen to our
It's
podcast?
literally on our shared Slack.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is it? I'm unfolding the piece of paper for some bad radio. Just to review, Steve, you've got local business rage, kid negativity, homelessness, personal call out. Randy, you've got cars and buses, NFL kneeling, local election politics, school bullying. I have lost pets,
Anybody see my mosquito?
business rave, the roads, and school complaints.
So nobody has food. I thought
Why would food be a thing?
Because people talk about food all the time.
Well, you could have.
I could have, but I didn't. Didn't think about that.
But
That's
you and
a
the
good
audience can.
That's true.
No one in
That's
the
true.
audience has actually stepped
So that
forward.
is
and
quite
drafted.
that is quite an epic response to.
Yeah, it was just
pizza.
this lady's birthday.
But
so
it was also her birthday, so people wanted to jump in on that.
Happy birthday.
I see.
So we actually didn't set the fantasy rules completely.
Right.
So let's just make sure we're on the same page because we're recording this on Wednesday. NFL football starts Thursday night. So do you want to start Thursday morning or Friday morning for our first season?
When does the football season start?
Thursday at 7:30
A.M.?
p.m.
P.M. Oh, then Friday morning.
Football. Thursday night football. You might have heard of that.
I've heard of Sunday Night Football. SNF.
I've heard of that too.
Is there TNF?
Yes.
Is that a thing?
I don't think they say that though.
You guys have to educate me.
But all right. So
We'll start Friday morning.
Friday morning sounds good.
All right, so we're going to say a post gets you 1 point, every comment gets you 1 point, but what do we do about likes and reactions? Do reactions
I
get
feel
you a
like
point too?
I think likes should be 1 point. and
Half a
then
point
comment-
each?
No, it's too. Just make likes 1 point and comments 2, something like that.
Yeah, I think
And
so.
Posts.
Okay. Is a
Posts.
post still just worth 1? Or is that
maybe
worth
a
5?
post would be more because a post is the
All right.
beginning of
Yeah,
it.
it's like
a
should be like
post
10.
is worth
I
5.
think it should be 500.
What numbers are we calculating up here? Steve ended up with 86 cajillion Googleplex.
All right.
Right? Why not?
Here's how I'm going to break it down for now. And we got 2 days to
10, 5, and 1. Let's do that.
Okay. A post is worth 10 points, a reaction's worth 1 point, and a comment's worth 5.
Yes.
So a big hefty comment thread is the thing we value most. I guess that's fair with what our coverage is too.
Sure.
God only knows how we're going to track this, guys. What did I get us into?
I don't know,
This
man.
sounds like a lot of work.
We need a bookkeeper.
Oh man, if anyone wants to bookkeep for me.
All right, what else we got?
All right, so we
There's
went
some
over.
breaking news that there was a helicopter over Hanover Road.
What does it mean?
What does it mean?
With Steve? What do you think is going on with someone posting asking if there's a helicopter?
They're asking there is. Well, that should be a yes or no. There is or there isn't.
Well, there is a helicopter, and there's actually a picture.
The question is it safe to drive?
Well, because this particular individual wanted to know why the helicopter was there, because she was about to go to work and thought maybe the road is closed. Because when I see a helicopter
Oh, that's
flying
more
around,
points for me.
What?
I'm roads.
What if there's a bus on the road?
I'm just intimidating you all. I'm psyching you out
Yeah,
because
trash
all these,
talk.
yeah.
When I see a helicopter, like I automatically assume there must be a road closure, right? Isn't that what that means?
No, it could
No,
be.
of course not. That's why I'm saying it doesn't make any sense.
You're being sarcastic, I see.
Slightly. That's what we do here.
I think
got
you're
me.
right. That's crazy.
So-
I mean, but I don't know.
That's
If it's
exciting
shock
news.
trauma, they're gonna land, I guess. But like, there's still more than one step that like helicopter doesn't mean road closure.
Not at all. Some people said it was Big Brother watching.
Big.
That's fine.
Oh
Big
man,
Brother
yeah.
can
The
watch.
government's gonna just send up the least efficient flying machine they have and just
right.
spin it
Yeah.
around Hanover Road.
It's not like they
to
would
have
put
Big Brother
up
watch.
two enormous blimps up in front of
Oh my
Aberdeen.
god.
Right.
Plus, like helicopters are so dangerous. They're like so unreliable. They crash.
I think so.
They do. I mean, it's a fact. They're like way less safe than an airplane. A spinning rotary blades?
Not fun.
No, thank you.
I've seen a lot of movies where people get decapitated from those.
Yes.
Sure, it happens in real
I
life.
saw Black Hawk Down.
I saw that too.
The most thing I remember most about that movie is how poor the indigenous people's shooting techniques were. They were like holding up the guns like sideways and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all I really took away from that movie.
Probably NRA should get a hold of them.
Yeah, maybe train them up a little bit so they can shoot up people better.
Right.
So the one question that comes up all the time that we never touched on is the who do you use for internet question? And I have a theory about this one.
Okay.
I don't think this is pretty complex. I think that because 85% of us are stuck on Comcast, people always are asking because it's implicit rejection of how bad Comcast is. Like, isn't that always the buried subtext in this, that like Comcast is terrible and like unless your internet's working completely perfectly, God forbid you have to interface with them because they're just like the worst. They're like bad enough that it like makes me want to be a communist.
Right.
Right? Because it's like, how much worse could it get than having to deal with Comcast?
Well, they used to be a lot worse. They've actually gotten better, and
think
we've
they're
all
better.
forgotten about this, and they're still bad.
No,
So-
they have improved, but there's such room for improvement. I don't necessarily give them kudos for like, instead of being far and away the worst company to being like one of the worst companies. Like, you know, they're in a pack with a few others, like Philip Morris or whatever. And Philip Morris like literally manufactures death. So
I want to
I'm
push
sure
that.
about
Does
that.
anybody know where I can get some death? Philip Morris sucks. I need a better death provider.
yeah, they're very slow acting with those cigarettes. They don't get you dead fast. But who do you use for internet?
Well, I don't really have a choice other than Comcast where I am.
Right. I don't either. Yeah, I literally don't.
I mean, I think I could do like dial-up.
You could
Or
do
I could do satellite.
Does anybody
DSL?
Yes, you could get satellite.
satellite.
That's right. But satellite scares me because they say it goes out in the rain.
Yeah.
Right.
So I had DirecTV in Miami, and strangely enough, it was pretty good. But out here, I've heard there's problems, which I don't get because like Miami definitely seems like a rainier, stormier place.
Maybe they put umbrellas over the discs.
Maybe they do. Maybe it's just that wet, hot Miami air just cuts through the interference.
I mean, our choices. You've got Comcast. Perhaps you can get FiOS in some places. You got Ting in.
I would
some
like to have
places.
Ting.
You know.
I do use I do
got-
use Quantum.
Do you really?
I have Quantum in my workspace.
Are any of these company sponsors?
No.
Will they
Not
buy us
yet.
pizza?
They should. They should
Yes.
though.
Well, we can maybe we should talk to them.
We must mention Freedom Broadband because they can actually beam internet to where other places.
Do they have good
people
coverage?
can't. They do.
What's the name of the company? Freedom Broadband?
Wow.
Yes.
And do they
They're
compete
not a
ever
sponsor
Comcast?
either, but perhaps they will be.
Sort of.
Do they cover everywhere that Carol that Comcast does?
They actually can cover places that Comcast can't get to.
And how do they do it?
They beam it. Magical beamers.
Wow. Well, you did them real solid. I never heard of them until today.
Do what I can do.
I don't know if that was very funny, but it was very pertinent. So another evergreen topic I don't think we've touched on before. Where are the best wings in town? I saw that come up. I think it's every place in Carroll County.
Every single place in Carroll County, bleeding into Howard and Baltimore County and some Montgomery County areas, were all mentioned. Like every single place. So how does one make a decision who really has the best wings?
So here's what I think about wings. I think like probably 80% of people get their wings the same way, which is like frozen in mass from like a big distributor. And then it becomes a matter of like what junk you put on it and how long you fry it.
And
so
what you fry it in.
And what you fry it, right. So I think that's why there's so many answers. But there are a few places that I think are different and stand out. I think Kona's here in Westminster has different style wings. They bake them and they're like a little bit bigger than the other wings I've seen around.
Interesting.
But that's really, I mean, there's plenty of places that are good, but I wouldn't say they're like different.
Rock Salt is a sleeper in that area.
You mentioned that.
Because you'd think they were all about seafood, but I tried their wings and they are phenomenal.
Seafood.
Yeah.
Little My Girl reference.
Excellent. Oh.
You know that my mother wouldn't. You know my mother wouldn't let me watch My Girl. Can we talk about My Girl spoilers? Are we safe 30 years after the fact that Macaulay
I think
Culkin
the
came?
statute of limitations.
So-
we can talk about Avengers spoilers. So
I guess Macaulay Culkin dies in that movie from a bee sting or something.
He does?
Yeah, well, mom wouldn't let me.
Ruined
My
for
mom
me.
knew that was the ending, and she was like, "It's not going to see this happen."
Wow.
he dies in a lot of movies, and as a little boy too.
I don't know.
That's
It must-
kinda sad.
That must be psychologically damaging for a little boy to be like, you're constantly going to be cast as the boy who dies.
Wasn't he in The Good Son too?
Did he die in that?
He played two boys, and one of them was.
Didn't
the
his
bad
brother play the other boy? I never saw this movie. It's 25 years old.
One? His brother's name was Halkin, wasn't it?
Macaulay Culkin?
Why would that be his last name?
I don't know. Why would it be his first name? Culkin Culkin?
Yes, thank you.
Wait, is that a joke?
Oh man. I think what else is on the list here, Dennis?
Oh, I don't even know what you're talking about. What did you like? Do you like wings any place? That's what we were talking about.
Yeah. What's your favorite wing place, and what are your rules regarding wings?
Oh boy.
okay.
All right, I'm gonna sit back.
We're
for a
talking to
spell.
Steve now.
I do like some wings, but I generally stay away from fried food as much as I can. But I'll
So
do
you
some-
like grilled, baked?
if you can do me some grilled or baked wings, that would be fantastic. I like them a little bit to a lot spicy, and it's absolutely imperative to have either a beer or soda with that.
Well done or?
Oh
tender?
no, tender. Yeah,
Okay.
that's important.
Okay.
I like the like dry rub. That's
The hand motion you're making is very interesting. The
Yeah.
gyro.
You like dry rub, but what about the stuff you put on the wings?
I don't want to hear about your
Or your
personal
breath.
life.
Old Bay. Old Bay. That's good.
Yeah.
Those are good. Or spicy. Yeah. That's,
Do you like the flats or the drums better?
Oh,
I don't. I'm,
You
I'm
just
not,
opened up.
I'm not necessarily partial to either, but
You like variety?
Theoretically, I've never scientifically proven this, but I hear that there's actually more meat on the flats.
I've heard that too.
I prefer the flats.
It's just I can eat the drum with holding it with one hand though, so there's a lot of convenience.
But there's always that one little piece of fat you got to get
Yeah,
past.
I know. Yeah,
I'm for GMO if they can get rid of that and make the drums a little more.
Why don't we
Yeah.
just grow them in a vat? Just grow wings.
Just the wings.
just flats.
Baked, like they just grow as baked wings.
That'd
That's
be
like in my
great.
head, I was thinking about cooked wings growing in a vat. Like how people think about crabs being red, which is like stupid. No, you don't start out that way. Back on the crabs thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. This topic always comes up, and I'm just convinced that there's like some similarity in preparation because like everyone got mentioned, like every fathomable place.
I talked to a guy who does food distributing, and he said that pretty much everybody gets their food from the same place.
Yeah.
From all foods or from wings?
Well, all foods in general.
Yeah. Places.
Well, but the ingredients differ. Like with wings, your ingredients don't really differ until you get to the point you put stuff on.
sauce,
Right, exactly. Okay, yes. And the locally owned places, I feel like they take the time to make their own sauces and rubs.
Right. Rubs.
Yep, there's the rub. So I think that we should always, go to those, the buds, the rock salts,
Right.
Maggie's, places like that.
So I didn't even know this online.
And you know who's a big proponent of local business? The Carroll County
The
Chamber
Carroll,
of Commerce.
they're all members of the chamber.
Yes.
Come on now, come on.
Just saying.
Yep.
Who
I'm
is
saying
it?
come on in agreement with you.
Right.
I'm not clapping back, as it were.
Who made you ad read
Clapping
segue?
back.
That's me. That's me, baby. It's me.
You are what?
Ad read segue.
Okay.
Ad read.
Well, he's more of the rhinoceros segue. He'll be like, okay, what's next? What do you got?
We are at 15 minutes in, so.
Oh, I didn't think we were having enough stuff.
Damn, we
so
played some-
I didn't even know this online community existed till like 3 to 4 weeks ago when Randy told me on Westminster Online Light.
Yes.
Which, like, look, I love like the spirit, which is like we're just gonna let people be people, but people are assholes,
True.
right? Like that's the ultimate takeaway from that. It's just people. Steve, get your hand ready. Shit posting a bunch of memes.
What am I doing with my hand?
You hit the beep button manually.
Oh, it doesn't work that way.
Oh man, I thought it
We're
was like the dump.
We're
So
live
dump
here.
the feed.
Yeah.
Because it's just people like recycling memes that already like cycled out of favor on image boards and Reddit and putting them on there to trigger people.
Okay, so political memes.
Anything. I guess it's political. It seems like just any sort of garbage.
It's an interesting story, and it goes back to what I said about if you're going to be an admin, be an admin, and don't mix it up with the people. So the admins of Westminster Online Community, I don't know, 2 years ago or so, started just chopping people right and left. And you could see.
How did you survive the purge?
I knew how to stay quiet, and I am quiet because I don't really participate that much.
I think you have a little cup of coffee next to your name that indicates you're a conversation starter.
And why is that? Because every week I spam all the groups with our links to our
Oh, is that
podcast.
why? Okay.
Yeah, I think that's why. So, I think you had me on trial here. Look at you, burden of proof. I see. I'll get Steve's my lawyer now. Okay. So I think that what was I talking about? Oh yeah. So I did a lot more observing rather than engaging in the groups. So I saw a lot of people getting kicked off, and they were starting other groups, little splinter cell groups. But one particular emerged and became really successful. I think they got like 4,000 or 5,000 people in it. That's the Westminster Online Light. And it was started by 3 or 4 people. And they said, people can come in and say whatever they want. We're not going to censor anybody. And that was the mistake, I think, because now people are coming in who got kicked out of the big Westminster group and are getting all political.
Gotcha.
And there's like nobody of sense that likes to engage in political arguments in groups. I don't think anybody in this room does. Am I right? Liberals?
I'm a Federalist, so I don't know what you're talking
Wow.
about.
I mean, I'm
Federalist Republican.
Federalist Republic. That's like the original. You're an OG.
Little Hamilton reference. I was going to say the line, but it also has a swear in it, so.
Is that from the musical? Mm-hmm. Okay. You might lose a little man.
Motherfucking Federalist Republicans!
Thank you,
You
Dennis.
goaded it out of me.
Can you sing it?
No,
Is it
I'm
part of
not.
the song?
I'm not
It's
much to sing. My daughter tells me to stop singing when I sing, and she's.
That
2.
means you must sing more when they
Well,
say that.
I do it to her. I'm not going to subject you to that. Plus, it'd be another swear word, guys. Look at Stevie. Look at that puppy dog face.
But anyway, I think we're in an interesting state of transition on Westminster Online Light because I think the admins are now thinking, what are we going to do about these idiots who are taking up most of their bandwidth here with these stupid Colin Kaepernick posts?
There you went there.
Yeah, and Nike.
Yeah, I guess like when it was like a sort of a broad purge, and there was just a group of people who wanted to just like not like tiptoe around stuff, that made this a good home. But now it's just like the real dregs are being cast off into here.
Yes.
Is that your read on it? I
And
can
you know
buy
what?
that.
If you're smart, you block those people, and then the group becomes what it used to be because you don't see any of that noise at all.
Well, I'm not smart. I don't block anybody on that thing. I just have noticed that. I was like, oh, there's things happening here. And now it's like, okay, it's people posting
Yeah.
memes and like looking for someone to comment so they can say that person's triggered. And
Yep.
mostly and it seems the people who get triggered though are the people who accuse another person of triggering.
Yeah, like
Not all hypocrites.
like many great principalities throughout the centuries, they go through a state of flux, similar to the Eldersburg online community, the Eldersburg unofficial group, where apparently they
This is EOC.
yes EOC again making the news I think for the 3rd week in a row. After the aftermath of their admin-free weekend that turned into an admin-free half a day or something. We don't know what the correct time on that was, right? We've heard conflicting reports of a half hour, of 5 hours, so we don't know how long it was. But After the aftermath of that, I think they decided they needed more help, so they hired 2 more people.
Well, hired, there's no pay.
I just caught myself there. They promoted
Okay.
2 users to become admins.
That's probably smart.
To help them out, yeah.
Yeah.
And mysteriously, one of them vanished. So once he agreed to become an admin, they made
Vanished
him
from
an admin.
the online community, or vanished like from?
No, he's still alive. We
Okay.
think he vanished.
He got.
Yeah, he vanished from the from EOC completely and left the group.
Okay.
And nobody really knows why. The only thing that we know is he got into an argument with a woman and called her a troll, and then he was never heard from again. And if you're thinking to yourself, this makes absolutely no sense, you are correct. It does not make any sense.
So we don't know what really happened.
We don't
but
know what
it is
happened.
bizarre.
But
So we're welcoming inside information.
we're
everyone
welcoming
knows.
inside information, speculation, wild speculation, which we like here, anything. But all we know is one guy was promoted to be the admin of a very large, very drama-ridden group, which could have been fun, and then he disappeared.
Who says that job would be fun? Doesn't that sound like your nightmare?
I picture those admins that are there now just chain smoking constantly.
They're just like always stressed.
Yes. Oh, they seem very stressed in the things that they
I think
post.
it's pretty thankless.
Oh, that's not even a word for it.
Yeah. it seems
Beyond
pretty
thankless.
But good thing we just sit and talk about it and don't participate.
Yeah, and you and I can get up, go back to our jobs, and we're stress free for the day.
Well, just not stressed about online community.
Exactly. And if you are stressed about any online community, you need to just put your phone down and go take a walk in a park or something. Wouldn't you agree?
I would agree.
I went to the Sykesville Farmers Market, which is very nice, but I've been twice in 3 weeks. And like each time, my daughter wants to go in the bounce house, which is fine, but each time I think she brings back pestilence. She's like sick
What?
and coughing from there.
Wow. Yeah, those are germ houses. Have you been to the Westminster Farmers Market?
Yeah. I like them all. I don't think Westminster has as many like kid-centric things to do.
Mm-hmm.
They're both good. There's plenty of things to find in this community if you want to. Engage with people, post positive things instead of trolling.
Listen to some acoustic music.
This is
How many times can you hear Wonderwall by a guy with a guitar?
Who
It's
does
up to
that?
you. I've heard it at the Westminster Farmers Market.
Oh,
Strangely, every time I'm there, that's the song happening.
if you travel in Britain, you can't go 100 feet without hearing Oasis.
I bet.
It's like that was like since the Beatles, that was the peak music for them. It seems like this is 2004, but every time I went out, man, did I hear a lot of Oasis. So, and I was up. I did karaoke one night. I've only done karaoke once in my life, and I did Wonderwall, and it was at Bellisimo's on 140, and this guy kept approaching me from like behind, and like I
While you were singing?
Yeah. I hadn't been drinking that much. I was like very acutely aware of this guy like kind of invading my performance space. And I am a bad singer, right? And so like I finished and like the refrain was going on and like do 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 do. And like I put down my mic and he like runs up and starts singing his own rendition of it. So I offended someone so badly with my Oasis.
They had to bring correction.
They had to right wrongs.
Yeah.
That's my only view on it.
Did the host play saxophone with you?
No.
Have you been there like multiple times?
No, I went once with another couple who were like, oh yeah, we sometimes go to karaoke. And they each had a song they just like completely nailed, like knocked it out of the park. And it was like so bad, my wife was like, I can't even go up because like they're so good. And I was like, well, I have no shame. So I'll do it. In fact,
really?
I should have not done it because that guy essentially, he basically dunked in my face by like finishing up that Wonderwall for me.
Yeah, I went there one time and I was positive I could do Metallica's Whiskey in a Jar cover from Thin Lizzy. And I put it on, and it was the worst thing even I ever heard. But I powered through it.
I didn't stop. It's just like the song has a musical end.
As I was going over. It's terrible. And you're really bad when your friends are going, that was really good. Yeah. That was really good. You can do another one? They're looking away from you, not making eye contact.
Steve, this is where you tell us to wrap it up.
Well, I was going to say, we're at about 25 minutes, so I know
that's our new normal.
It's been real.
But it hasn't been real fun, I guess.
It's been real. It's been fun. It's been real. It's been fun. I don't know if it's been real fun.
Well, we got some things coming up. We got this draft about to happen.
Yep.
The draft happened. We got the fantasy week 1 starting Friday morning.
Yeah. The activity is going to happen.
Anyone wants to help us keep score? That would be the best because
that would be helpful because we don't know.
Otherwise, we have to like fight it out every podcast.
Yep.
About whose category these are.
Yeah. And what else? Oh, Fall Fest is coming up. So there's going to be
Indeed.
some good posts about that. Always. And confusion. And, of course, where's the mayor?
Where's the mayor in all this?
Where is
Yeah.
the mayor?
Why doesn't he have a fantasy team?
I don't think he picked one. Can he, or does he have to be diplomatic too?
Actually, here's what we should do. The mayor should be the arbiter.
Scorekeeper.
He should be the commissioner for our league.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Yes.
Okay.
Brilliant.
And what mayor are we talking about? Because there are actually a lot of mayors in town.
There's only one mayor of
Carroll County.
West Tennessee. The mayor of Carroll Worldwide.
The Commissioner Gordon to our rogues gallery.
That guy lost, and that would have been so great if he would have won.
That
Well,
would have been.
Just to have a Commissioner Gordon.
That would have
I
been
mean,
great.
a man can hope. So, all right, I'm going to sign off now. I'm Dennis
Okay.
Twig.
I'm Randy Goldstein.
Steve Lowe. See ya.
See ya.